Hello everyone, how are you? I just wanted to have a really quick chat about a diet that I've actually only just found out about. Apparently it's been going around for the last couple of years, so I'm a little bit late to the party on this one. This one is called the military diet. And it's growing in popularity. It promises to help you lose 10 pounds in a week. 10 pounds in a week, which is, again, just a massively disgusting scam. So, this is what they are saying. You think, military diet. So, military have to be strong. They have to do rigorous workouts. This is what the military diet says that you are going to have for 3 days of the week. Firstly, on day 1, and it's very specific about the sorts of food you're allowed, like peanut butter, a little bit of toast, an egg. So it's really, really specific. First day, you're only allowed 1,100 calories. Second day, 1,200 calories. Third day, 1,400 calories. On your days off, what would you think on your days off would be? How many calories do you think you could consume then? 1,500. Yes, just 1,500. So, strangely enough, no wonder people could lose 10 pounds in a week because they're in an insane and dangerous calorie deficit. So, that's the military diet. So, I also wanted to give you some tips about if you actually want to do this sensibly and sustain the results rather than just doing this quick fix, faddy diet stuff. I thought I'd give you some tips about what you actually need to do in order to reach your body goals and actually keep it there and not faint, not get a serious slowing down of your metabolic rate. I'm not being funny, but if you're doing any exercise, which I hope you wouldn't be doing, any exercise on a diet like that, my goodness, you'd be eating away at your muscle. You would go catabolic. There's not enough carbs in there. There's just not enough energy for you. Quite frankly, if you've got a job, doing that 1,500 calories a day is low. If you're, an active person, your basal metabolic rate is probably almost around then. So, yeah, not a great diet, strangely enough. So I'm going to give you some tips about what you should actually do. So, obviously, you need to create a calorie deficit. Now, all these diets work. I think I posted it in our community, in our academy community the other day. In the middle, it's got all the diets coming in, and it says why they work. All of them are creating a calorie deficit. That's what you need to do. However, all these quick, faddy, fixed diets are they're all just looking at your calories and creating a massive deficit. They're not even really looking at the macros, where they're coming from, whether they're protein, whether they're sustaining your muscles. The keto diet, don't even get me started on that. That takes out a massive, amazing macro called carbs. So, create a calorie deficit. How many per day is safe? So if you want to lose about £1 a week, which is safe, sustainable, and isn't going to damage your body or your mind, it's about 500 calories a day. Now, how you do that is with creating a calorie deficit, partly, but also moving your butt. Work out, do some exercise. We're not saying do crazy HIIT workouts all the time. We're not saying go and smash yourself on the treadmill for 45 minutes. We're just saying move. You can even do HIIT. We did a post on this. You can even do HIIT with walking and swimming. So a fast pace, bring it down. Fast pace, bring it down, because we do know that HIIT works. So there are so many ways, and there are no excuses. You can do all of this stuff at home. You don't need any equipment. So do this with a calorie deficit and by working out. And if you've got a fitness tracker, you can look at how many, based on your body and your goals, how many calories you're using up. So then you balance that with the amount less you eat during the day. Keep a food diary. So a lot of us don't even realise what we're consuming. So this is why MyFitnessPal is great. Be careful of it though, because anyone is allowed to download new information about the food they've eaten. So make sure that you are looking yourself, don't just take it as read and that's it. But on MyFitnessPal, start tracking your calories or keep a food diary and then look it up. Because the thing is, so many of us don't understand the hidden calories in the things that we are eating. So just be super aware. Awareness is king. So keep a food diary. Another one is, for me, and this is one of the things, especially past a certain age, 35, when I turned 35, I'm 40 next week, I really did have to watch my carb intake in the evening. So one of the things I always say to, especially my female clients that are obviously looking to stabilise their body composition, you know, if you kind of want to get results, try and take out the carbs, the stodgy carbs. I don't mean leafy greens. I don't mean, you know, like those kind of good carbs, but I mean like things like potatoes, pasta, bread. Take those things out after about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you will see results. And this is one of the things I always get feedback from, going, oh my gosh, it made such a difference. So cut out the carbs after about 4 o'clock in the evening. Not all the time, 75% of the time, 25% of the time, go out and smash a pizza in the evening. It's all about balance. But cut those out in the evening. Why? Because carbs are basically sugar. So when those sugars get unused, it's stored as glycogen. Basically, when they get unused, as you go to bed, so people eat these things at like 7, 8 o'clock at night, then go to bed, and they're not going to get used up at all during the night. So another thing is, if you don't eat those carbs in the evening, you know, after 4 o'clock, and you do some fasted training, and when I say fasted training the next morning, if you're able to leave about 12 hours between eating your dinner that hasn't got any carbs in, apart from leafy greens, if you eat your dinner and then have about an 11 to 12 hour break while you sleep, but then get up and do fasted HIIT, so just black tea, black coffee, only about 15 minutes of high intensity training, you're then going to burn through the glycogen that is left in the body, and then your body needs to tap into fat stores. So that's another tip for you that isn't a stupid fad diet. Another one, don't skip meals. Dudes, don't skip meals, don't skip breakfast, because what happens? Your body goes into starvation mode, your metabolic rate will lower, and it's gonna, you're gonna find it harder when you do put the food in for it to be processed and burn. You want to feed your metabolism, you want to feed your body so it gets used to becoming a fat burning machine, basically. But feed it, don't skip meals. This is where a lot of people go wrong, is breakfast. The first thing you put in your mouth in the morning will set you up for the day. So don't load yourself with sugars in the morning. Make sure you have protein, especially in the morning, because it will keep you fuller for longer. It'll give you loads of energy, bit of carb, bit of protein, and make sure you have your protein all throughout the day, because that will feed the muscle and it will also make you feel fuller for longer. Empty calories. My final tip, okay? There are empty calories in everything. So just don't go all out. This is the thing about these diets. They're so extreme. They're one on another. What we talk about all the time in our academy and our retreats, is a flexible eating approach, a flexible diet. So what we're saying is, have the things you like, but look at where, 75% of the time, but look at where you can make some changes. If you have 2 slices of cheese in your sandwich sometimes, maybe just reduce it to 1. Don't cut it out altogether, because you're gonna go, oh, I don't have my cheese, but just cut it down. Swap your Coca-Cola, massively full of empty calories, for a bottle of water instead throughout the day. It's these tiny changes that make a huge difference. You know, instead of your beer, go for a white wine spritzer. So it's these little things that you don't think that count, but they really do. And that will be helped by you keeping a food diary or using MyFitnessPal. So just check the calories and look at it and go, where can I move some of those calories out of my life, because they're just empty. So they're my tips, rather than this fatty diet again. I'm going to do another one. If the person that I'm talking to here knows who it is, if they're watching, I am going to do another little rant on the diet that you've just told me about recently. But that was I couldn't believe it was called the military diet, because it's far from anything that you would ever feed the military. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Please share this with anyone that loves a fad diet. Please share this with anyone that loves a fad diet, because we've got to stop this nonsense, this absolute bollocks of these people making money off of other people's insecurity and stupidness. So share with anyone that you know likes a fad diet, and let me know what you think below. Lots of love.